Hello and welcome to day 5 of my cancer journey. Um, Today was the last day of prep for chemo. I had to have what's called a direct line put in so that they don't have to poke me every time they have to do something with me. Um, they did an ultrasound to look at the condition of my remaining organs, which are being affected by this. Um, Met with the oncologists who gave the lowdown on exactly what the treatment regimen is going to be and why. Uh, I can go into the specifics of that probably tomorrow. Um, what it really looks like from here is 4 to 5 days of what they call induction chemotherapy. And that means they're going to be putting stuff in this little direct line, but they're also going to be doing lumbar punctures so that they can see the what kind of organisms are traveling around inside the central nervous system. Apparently, in the past, treating leukemia, people have treated the leukemia, but there was still all sorts of damage in the central nervous system, the brain, and whatnot. So it's one of the ways that treatment has moved forward. Um, it's going to be 4 to 5 days of inpatient, uh, rotating back and forth between this in the line and in the back, in the line, in the back. I will have time to see how I respond. The chemo that they're giving me is actually 4 different drugs. I'll find all that stuff tomorrow and share all that. My wife missed the big talk with the oncologist today because she's just really busy. She has to be. She's the head of the household now, and the only person in the household, and um, she still has her work to do in her life, and she's done a fantastic job with it. Um, but you can't be everywhere at once. So she's coming in tomorrow morning. We're going to meet with the head of oncology and go over all of this in amazing detail. So the diagnosis is what they said: pre B cell ALL. Um, there are some other specifics about it that they don't know yet, some little subcategories. And they also look to see with leukemia if there's any other illnesses sort of dragging along with it, in its wake. You wipe out the white blood cells, and then your friends can come along too and have a good time. Tomorrow, I'm looking forward to turning the tide a little bit and put some of the beating on the leukemia instead of me taking all the beating. I felt like I've taken all the beating. I Lots of trouble maintaining a good temperature today. 3 hours of soaked, an hour of shiver. But I think we're doing a little better here. I think we regulated the temperature in the room. And I think we got all that set so that I'm not taking so much Tylenol. So, like we said, 4 to 5 days of rotating between treatment in my little line here and in my spine, where they'll see how things look in there. And then after that, they're going to start looking at the numbers and seeing what sort of impact this treatment is having on the leukemia, which apparently this type of leukemia responds very well to this type of medication regimen. So that's a good thing. In fact, one of the concerns they have is that it doesn't kill stuff too fast, that I've got dead cells all over the place blocking up my vital tubes here, specifically my kidneys. So they're looking for that. The big X factor is my liver. My liver numbers are going up. I think all my internal organs are paying the price a little bit for this, specifically the waiting around, because my liver wasn't a problem in the beginning. Of course, everybody was giving me a shitload of Tylenol because the big problem is my fevers. I go up to 102, 104. Last night I spent 3 hours bathed in sweat and then 1 hour shivering under covers. We regulated the temperature in the room, so that's going to be one thing. But so that's kind of where that is. So Paige is going to come in. She's going to get the story from the oncologist, and then they're going to get started with it. So tomorrow's day 1 of chemo. I have no idea what to expect, and I'm trying not to have any idea what to expect. I'm just going to lay here, and I'm going to do everything they tell me to do, and and then respond, with whatever happens. So far, they haven't thrown anything at me that I can't deal with. So it's all unpleasant, but that's a lot different from unmanageable. So still lots of love and support from outside, which is really wonderful. That's just a great feeling. That's just medicine you carry around with you. No side effects on that one. That's a good one. So that big battle has just been free of expectation, just not to try to let my mind control any of this or take me anywhere, just to be here and be ready for whatever comes. So that's how that's going to go. So this weekend will tell us a lot. I was a little nervous about the chemo because I've been listening to my next door neighbor who was sick for a long time, but he was apparently in really bad shape, coded a couple of times and went to the ICU. So I may have gotten a stilted view of how this was going. And of course, my wife came along and touched up my hair a little bit today. I wasn't quite ready to go full Buddhist on it, but at the same time, I wanted it short and out of my way in case I'm doing a lot of sweating or in case I'm being sick a lot and things like that. So this is good. It's a little sad because I donate my hair for kids with cancer. I've donated 6 feet of hair over the years, and this was supposed to be number 7, and 7 is on hold, perhaps indefinite hold, but first things first. So I think that is it. So tomorrow is going to be a very eventful day. It's really kind of day 1 of the treatment. So that's kind of how this is. So I'm looking forward to this. I want to bring some of the pain to the leukemia. I feel like I have taken all the pain. I'm suffering with the temperatures. I'm suffering with the low blood pressure. I'm suffering with all these things. And leukemia has made me suffer. I'm looking forward to bringing a little suffering to the leukemia, even if that means I suffer along with it. I'm all right with that. This body isn't big enough for the 2 of us, and that means you got to go. So that's what we got. So tomorrow the adventure begins in earnest. So good luck, and I hope all's going well for you out there. And we'll follow up tomorrow and see if we got any progress going yet. So have a good night. Catch you next time.